Hello everyone and welcome to Shadow Recon. Today the briefing for Showdown dropped, so we're going to go through it and see what Arietta is all about. And there are some things that I need to let everyone know just in case. So, uh, Showdown starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. PDT and ends on the 24th. The structure is the same. You survive a waves of enemies using heroes to win XP. You can either fend off the waves or you can destroy the base and you can instantly get the victory. The payout is the same from base 1 to 3 and then 4 being 140k for each wave and 420,000 XP will be awarded once you complete all 4 bases, as well as the XP combo boost, which stacks up to 5 times at 250. After that, it starts resetting. So going to Arietta, faction Corpus, Air, Sustain, weapon tech Sonic. So in case you don't know what unit what units she is most powerful against, these are going to be the Descendants, as well as any other faction that might come later on that has weakness to sonic weapons. Usually that is explained in the briefings. Uh, it, its talent, vehicles destroyed by Arietta explode. Now, this here is an effect similar to what you see with Soul Runners when they have their gold tech equipped, where they create a pyroclastic storm. And the storm just basically applies fire effect to everything that enters it, and they will keep taking damage forever until they die. And it has both level 10 and 20 talents, which is fires a cryo missile every 5 seconds and can target air missiles. Having signed a multi-trillion dollar partnership with Corpus, Arietta aka DJ Echo is always ready to lay down her own custom melody of megasonic mass destruction. When Arietta soars into battle on her trusty modified Echo, she can tell how her aeronautical steed is doing just by listening to it. So, yeah, we have musicians now joining the army. So we have multiphasic resonators, reduces damage from sustain and burst by 20%, goes to armor. Frequency harmonics, in- increases damage to infantry building and vehicles by 20%, and adds target tracking. Arietta Heroic Training adds 50 range and causes frozen enemies to explode on death, and increases splash by 20. Now, by default, Echoes have a tiny bit of splash. I believe it was 20. And with this tech, she now has slightly more splash, but which is 40 now. Now, might not be that big of a radius because 40 is like almost not noticeable. But for sustained weapons, when it comes to fighting units that are close together, having a little bit of splash on your sustained weapons is quite beneficial. Which is, you can see it in Phobos when you have these gold techs on them, which gives them a lot of splash. Now this is the prizes for the prize store. Now this is pretty much wraps up everything for Showdown. Now there is one thing to note. Now this event ends on the 24th, and then 4 days later, on the 28th, we'll have Nightmare starting. So just keep in mind that during October and also early November, after Nightmare is done, we're going to have the main event on November 3rd, I believe. So just know that during October and November, things tend to be closely packed together. So just keep that in mind. Uh, Regarding fire techs, now I know we should have had fire tech bases out at the start of October, or even slightly after October started, but this time all the fire techs will be available in the store for everyone who wants to grab them. As far as zombie fires, I have no idea, so we'll have to wait and see. And one last thing to note regarding shadow ops, in case you don't notice, and this is not a bug, when you open the shadow ops window, you can see now that there are 2 phases left. Now this isn't a bug, it just says how many phases are left in the chapter. We're currently in chapter 2, which means there are 6 more parts to earn in total once we get to Nightmare. So, during phase 3, uh, chapter 3, on the second phase is when you'll be able to fully unlock the war barge and get it to elite if you have all elite parts earned. So just letting you all know that this isn't a bug and this is intentional and it's by design. So this is going to wrap up everything for this week's or for this release of Shadow Recon. I hope you found all this helpful, and if you have any other questions, you can uh, DM me on Discord or contact me on the forums. So take care, everyone.